Hello folks, welcome back to Marvelous Videos, where we dive into the wondrous world of supervillains. We, fans of the Marvel Universe, are no strangers to villains who stop at nothing to gain power, but the villain we're looking into today is a whole new category of willed genius. He tried to end the universe before it began to recreate it. If you're still wondering who this insane villain is, let us introduce you to Ogdu Fraize, aka the Psychopomp. Without any further ado, let's start getting to know him. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. Who is Ogdu Fraize? Ogdu Fraize is a human being, just like us, who was born on Earth around a decamillennium from now. 10,000 years later, the Earth has lost all its charm, and is a sorrow-filled technical wasteland. Civilization has gone back to its primitive existence, with the wasteland tribes worshipping the superheroes of yesteryears. Ogdu was born into one of these tribes. When he turned 7, he assembled his tribe against cannibal invaders and was rewarded with a brand on his chest. The brand, which is a replication of the A we see on the Avengers Tower, is something to be proud of in the tribes. In his youth, he challenged his father for leadership of the tribe, and as their custom, faced him in mortal combat. He killed his own father and was declared the leader of the tribe. One day, Ogdu came across an old shield bunker and went through the archives. Reading them, he realized that the reason his universe is so tragically deprived is because of the very superheroes he worshipped. His painful life was a direct legacy of the superheroes. Ogdu then decided to recreate the universe by going back in time to the creation of the universe and molding it to eliminate all entropy and despair. It's clobbering time! The first appearance of Ogdu Fraize was in the first issue of the Clobberin' Time comic book series, which was created by Steve Skroce and Brian Valenza. He appears in Dr. Reed's lab, trying to steal some gizmos from the leader of the Fantastic Four, using the help of a self-fashioned suit that looks like the suits of Iron Man and Dr. Doom patched together. Ben Grimm, our clobbering superhero, and Dr. Bruce Banner catch Ogdu red-handed as they're having lunch right outside his lab. Ogdu, with the power of the Band of Supplication, a powerful magical artifact, sends them both to a different planet at a different time. Hulk and the Thing find out that the inhabitants of the planet are under attack from monsters. They end up saving the race of Nubnubs, a name bestowed by the Thing as his translator could not translate their actual name, and they ended up back at home. A time thief. The Thing doesn't worry much about the time-traveling thief, and attends a symposium on superhuman and mutant relations held in Krakoa, the mutant nation. After the symposium, he gets a drink with Wolverine, who introduces him to a Krakoan drink that creates the same effect as alcohol in superhumans and mutants. Their quiet time is rudely interrupted by Ogdu, as his army of robots who are there to steal a key ingredient of the Krakoan drink, which also helps in lubricating temporal vector coil. The Thing tries to prevent this theft, but Ogdu, using the powers of the Bands of Supplication, deters his attack and tries to peel the pebbles off the Thing. As the Thing screams in pain, Wolverine rushes to his aid, swiftly cutting off Ogdu's right arm, the one where he wore the ring, and stabbing him multiple times with his claws. Assuming that they killed the Psychopomp, Wolverine and the Thing try to return to their conversation, but Ogdu isn't done with them just yet. He injects a DNA augmentation serum into his neck that immediately transforms him into a huge fire-breathing monster. He scorches the flesh off the Wolverine, and only his adamantium skeleton survives the attack. He also burns the Thing's side, but the effects of the serum wear off and he escapes through a portal into his space station. The Thing follows him through the portal, and looking at the floating weaponry, he assumes that Ogdu is building a bomb. Before he could inquire about it with Ogdu himself, Ogdu commands Lyle, his robot assistant, to get rid of the Thing, and Lyle shoots him back and closes the portal. Stranger connections. The Thing takes the ripped arm of Ogdu Fraize to try and make sense of his intentions and what his project is all about. He hands the Band of Supplication to Doctor Strange, not knowing what it is. Dr. Strange explains the powers of the ring to the Thing, telling him that at present, it's being wielded by a dark wizard named Mecron. While they're talking about it, Dr. Strange and the Thing are transported to a magical illusion of Mecron. Dr. Strange is able to look past the illusion, which was created to replay the best and worst moments of one's life. Mecron, who has found out that Dr. Strange is in possession of the Band of Supplication from a different time, had transported him to this illusion to steal the ring. In the illusion, they encounter a younger Ogdu Fraize and look at his triumph, which was the achievement of his Avengers brand and his most tragic moment, which was when he challenged and killed his own father. Mecron tries to steal the ring that Doctor Strange has and attacks him with his kids, Jaden and Caden. Mecron is killed in the fight, but Doctor Strange is also mortally wounded. As the Thing tries to tend to the injured sorcerer, the younger version of Ogdu steals the ring off of Mecron's dead body, revealing to the readers that this is how he came across the Band of Supplication in the first place. The Void. Once Doctor Strange is rejuvenated with the healing elixir, he and the Thing make it back to their time. As the Thing shares a domestic moment with his wife, Ogdu Fraize creates a portal right under his feet, transporting him to the void that exists between multiversal incursion points. This incident should tell you enough of the vengeful streak of Ogdu. The Thing is saved by Dr. Doom, who has also been banished into the void by Ogdu when he tries to steal from Doom's lab. Dr. Doom contacts a higher being imprisoned by Ogdu and manages to create a portal from the void into the lair of the Psychopomp. They release the higher being, who introduces himself as Tuvatu, the Banished One, and the Unwatcher. Ogdu had tricked Tuvatu into an allyship with him by promising to make him a god and recreate the universe into a peaceful one, but he soon captured him to use his power and find the powerful artifacts of the universe. You can say anything about Ogdu Fraize, but he's not a stupid man. After locating the powerful artifacts like the Infinity Gauntlet, he reverse engineered them to make sure that they're not corrupted by the current timeline. If he hadn't done that, no amount of destroying and recreating the universe would have led to a change in the timeline, as they would eventually all follow the old realities. The fate of time as we know it. Now that he had all the necessary ingredients for his recipe to create a new universe, Ogdu traps Dr. Doom, the Thing, and Tuvatu, and explains his manifesto to them. His space station is located in the time just before the birth of Galactus, and days before the birth of a new universe. Using all the artifacts, he creates the Psychopomp device and connects himself with a self-made Captain Universe suit. This suit connects the creative energy siphoned off of the Big Bang to his will. He commands his army of robots to attack the three heroes, in whose hands the fate of our universe and time we know it rests. The Thing manages to get close to the Psychopomp and taunts him by calling him a sad boy who isn't hugged enough. Ogdu blasts the side of the Thing's head open. As the Thing collapses, Ogdu gets close to him to brag about himself, but the Thing seizes this opportunity to destroy his suit and clobbers him. Dr. Doom transports everyone back home to the right time, and promises them that he will make sure that Ogdu is punished enough. How powerful is Ogdu Fraize? Ogdu Fraize is just a human being, compelled by the tragedies of life, and desperate to rid the world of corruption and despair. He has no major superpowers, as he's not been exposed to radioactivity, nor has he ever been experimented on. Like all human beings, he's prone to injury. He seems to have lost his nose in some earlier fight, and Wolverine reduced the number of limbs he has. He's shown to be a tall, lanky man, with his hair changing height and volume to reveal his age. His depiction isn't something you would call peak human condition. But the reason he's still possibly one of the top 10 villains is his unparalleled intelligence. Ogdu managed to travel across time and space to collect a huge menagerie of powerful items, and also reimagine them to master them easily. Thanos is sometimes considered one of the most powerful villains for wielding the Infinity Gauntlet, but to our man Ogdu, it was just another item on his grocery list of weapons. Tuvatu and Dr. Doom both commended his intelligence. We don't know much of Tuvatu, but you can certainly take Dr. Doom's word for it, as he doesn't bestow compliments on just anybody. But unfortunately, as they both point out, Ogdu was also insane. That was his only pitfall. Marvelous verdict. So this has been the story of one of Marvel's newest villains. In this day and age, the Psychopomp is perhaps the most relatable supervillain. A man disillusioned with humanity, depressed by the state of his planet and people around him, and disappointed by his gods. Decided to seek out a new start. What's not relatable about that? Something tells us that we haven't heard the last of Ogdu Fraize yet. The comics have raised more questions than they've answered. We still don't know who first named him the Psychopomp, and what punishment did Dr. Doom see fit to punish Ogdu. Do you think he's probably hiding Ogdu in his basement and harnessing his intelligence for one of his missions or personal gain? We look forward to upcoming comics to answer our questions. Meanwhile, let us know your theories and thoughts in the comments. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks, everyone.